Hey y'all, this is Conrad Layn here. Welcome to Turo Ideas, my segment where I share my ideas. So hey, I have another idea. One of my ideas I just thought about is how about we start something called TURO SKIP? They could change the name as much to whatever they want, but I thought TURO SKIP, and it's going to explain why I call this idea TURO SKIP. The reason why is because I think it'll be a great way where it's going to benefit Turo, it'll benefit the host, and it'll benefit the guest. Let me explain why. So, for example, right now as a tour host, when a guest books a trip, typically at this point, especially with COVID-19 going around in my region, there's always a 3 hour delay where, 3 hour basically reserve cleaning period time, I'll call it. And what that means is, say for example, say I bring the car back at 7 a.m. in the morning, and the next guest can't pick up the car until at minimum 10 a.m. typically, because that gives you time to sanitize, etc., and clean the car. Makes perfect sense to me. But I think I have an idea that will help not only automate the process for a host. So even if you're a host that has your own fleet, you're a sole owner yourself. You're the only running your fleet. This is an idea that you can actually use to benefit. Where now you can automate the process. Let me dive in. What I mean is this: I think there should be an option to enable something called Turo Skip that will give the option to the Turo guest to accept the car without the host having to clean the car. So that will remove the 3 hour gap that the Turo host has to actually wait and clean the car, or have to deliver the car. They can stay in the comfort of their own home. They can travel around the world, because what they can do is let the car go out, right? Let the car go out. Say you deliver it today, right? And say it gets returned tomorrow. Turo Skip will allow the current guests, and you have to sign up for Turo Skip though, so you have to know the option. But if someone saves a Turo guest who selects the Turo Skip option, and they say, hey, I'm okay with cleaning and sanitizing the car myself. So that way, if they do it and they vouch to do it, they'll get the trip for a cheaper price. So they'll be more inclined to do this. So this is the reason that they would want to do it, because they'll save money on a Turo trip. They'll get a discount, and at this point, it benefits the host because you have the guest who has the car who's going to clean and sanitize your car. Yes, it's ethical that a Turo guest should clean the car upon return. We all get that. They don't have to. That's why there's cleaning fees in such a sort and such. But this will enable and require the guests. Now it's not just an ethical practice, it's a requirement. If we're going to give you this Turo Skip trip for a discounted rate, now we can actually you have to actually clean the car and sanitize the car, so that the next guest who also signed up for a Turo Skip and everything, that you can't have a Turo Skip guest sign up with a regular guest, because a regular guest is gonna be like, hey, hold on, no, I want the host to clean it. They didn't agree to that. That's not the process. Too much explaining. Turo Skip can only give it to another Turo Skip person. So if you approve to be a Turo Skip, say guest, I'll call it, you can actually drop off the car, and then the next Turo guest is going to pick up, understands that it's being dropped off by the car by the previous guest, not the host. And what this does is automates the business, so that now everyone who accepts and drops off and picks up a car that's a Turo Skip gets a discount, and the discount basically just approves them to drop off the car on your behalf, or to deliver the car on your behalf, or it could be the same pickup address. It doesn't really matter. That's how you actually get this automated process. If you get the automated process down, you remove the host essentially, and at that point you can actually get to the point where now it's just a perpetual cycle, meaning going in a circle. That's all you need pretty much. So listen carefully what I said. This is an idea I think that really can work and take the Turo host business and Turo host business to the next level. It's a blue ocean idea in my opinion. No one's doing this from what I understand. I thought of this, and I'm giving this to you guys on a platter, where and like I said, I'm not charging at this point. Like, I'm just sharing my ideas, and I am a business consultant. I have a lot more ideas than this. I have ideas upon ideas, but this is another idea I'm going to share with you guys. I have so many ideas for different companies, so many ideas for Turo, and so many ideas just in general. I am a business consultant, that's what I do. I have a lot of ideas and unique perspectives. So that's one thing you can actually consider. The Turo Skip idea. Recap. Turo Skip essentially is this. Turo Skip just means, say I'm the guest. I pick up the car and I drop off the car. And then once I drop off the car, I either drop it off at the host lot, or it could be even delivery location of the next guest. Fine. Remember, it's a Turo Skip vehicle. Doesn't matter if it's the host lot or parking lot. Doesn't matter if it's a a public place, whatever the host address is, that's where I'll pick up and drop off the car. And for the next Turo skip, I'll deliver the car if I agree to that, or bring it back to the Turo host a lot, and then I clean and sanitize the car, and that's a requirement now. So what happens is, if they don't bring it back clean and sanitized, and the next Turo skip guest that picks it up complains, has to submit pictures and proof, and then we'll take off that discount we gave you and charge you and penalize you for not cleaning the car because you broke the terms and conditions of the Turo skip agreement and conditions, right? That's how you do it. So if the car comes back dirty and the person just got a cheap Turo skip ride at a discount, but they didn't clean it and sanitize it, and it smells or smells like smoke, or they didn't take care of it, then at that point we penalize them, and the next Turo skip guest will actually submit proof and documentation to Turo where they'll be penalized, and then we'll give this guest two options. The option to either cancel the trip and get a full 100% refund, or they could keep the car, clean it themselves, and we'll give them an additional discount. That's a Turo skip idea. This will essentially incline people, Turo guests, to teach them how to actually take better care of the cars, how to clean the cars. They'll be motivated to clean cars, so they don't want to be penalized, and it automates the business for the Turo host. This is brilliant. I think this really can work out. So like I said, I'm a business consultant. I'm sharing this idea, and I have many more ideas to come. And I think that this would be a great idea that Turo can implement. No other company's doing it. It'll give you an advantage. It'll make the job easier for a Turo host, and it'll give them the option to automate this process, because now essentially you have the Turo guest pick you up and drop you off your vehicle. Think about it. And that's my idea for the Turo skip idea. You change the name, but the concept stays the same. So if Turo chooses to use this idea or not, the name I gave it was Turo Skip. They could do whatever they want with it, but it's just ideas. I do believe in the trajectory of growth, and I want to invest heavily in this company. I'm saving money to actually invest in the Turo stock. It's already been filed confidentially, and I'm so serious. So I want to actually do whatever I can, even if it's a little bit, because they're doing a phenomenal job. But if I add a little bit of my expertise and what I know and just my experience and perspectives, I'm not perfect. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. But I want to do whatever I can to better the company. So that's the Turo skip idea, you guys. Love you guys. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you, and welcome to Turo Ideas. Conrad Layn out.